Hello, Roam Mithril here once again, and it's time to start some extra footage for Secret of Mana, starting with one of the strangest things. It's time to get the 9th Sword Orb. So in order to do this, you essentially have to glitch the game, and it's a rather bizarrely specific thing you have to do in order to do this. First things first, you have to find a specific area of the frozen continent. A small island just offshore. This one here. You'll know you've reached the right one because you'll be right in front of Nico. Once you reach Nico, you need to save your game. So, let's do so. Once you've saved the game, you need to do a soft reset. To do this, hold down Select, Start, and the LNR shoulder buttons, all at the same time. Now once you've done the soft reset, you need to start a new game. Let's keep the right name there, shall we? Don't mind the speed up. I mean, we've seen this before. Anything to make this go faster, and wow, is that chaotic sounding. Okay. At this point, you need to play through the first part of the game again. But now here's a key thing about this, though it doesn't matter just yet since we're not to the point where we can actually fight anything. But what you want to make sure not to do, don't fight any of the Rabbites. Just walk through and get through the area. I'm guessing essentially what it is you don't want to level anything up. I guess that screws up the trick or something. Essentially, we need to get all the way to the point where we're fighting the Mantis Ant, or at least about to. So, since we're not fighting every bunny slipper along the way this time, it shouldn't take too long. Don't mind me, just passing by. Wow, back in the day when Rabbites could actually land a hit on me and kinda hurt me a little bit. Good times. Good times. Out of my way, bunny. Okay, yeah, that went pretty quick. So let's get everyone ticked off with us again. So what we need to do is get to the point where we're in the underground cave with the Mantis Ant. And then we need to wait for Elliot to say, "You have a sword, don't you? Use it." So, let's get to that point. We're almost there. Okay, with that text still on screen, do another soft reset. and hold in the buttons for longer than 5 seconds. That should be plenty. From here, we need to reload our saved game. Behold, our party is ready to fight the Mantis Ants and kill it in one hit. That is ridiculous. And thus, we have a sword orb. And so, of course, plot. Now, to avoid glitching the game, as soon as you are able, leave the town. Get the Flammy Drum and leave. For instance, if you go talk to the Elder, you run the risk of basically destroying the game. You really have to know what you're doing to get this thing. It's very easy to destroy your save file. Okay, we have control again, so let's go. So from here, obviously, the Mana Fortress is back in the sky, and we're back to our real game. So, let's see here. That's the Ice Palace. I think this is the Icy Village. Yeah, here we go. At this point, you basically just want to get to Watts and get this taken care of. Thus, the Dragon Buster becomes the Mana Sword. Yep, that's right. You permanently have the Mana Sword at this point. Let's see what it says about it. The Top Sword. And, indeed it is. Let's go show what this thing can do. The Mana Sword is easily the most powerful weapon in the game. Frightfully so. Sadly, it doesn't seem to have its happy green hue that it has when you're fighting the Mana Beast. But it still obliterates most enemies, with minimal effort. Now here's the warning on actually getting that 9th Sword Orb. Or rather, trying to get a 10th. Because yes, you can repeat this trick as many times as you want. However, that's not advised. If you try and get and forge in a 10th Sword Orb or anything beyond that, you run the risk of erasing your save file, or at the very least rendering it unusable. And, well, with all the work it takes to get this far, who really wants to do that? The minimal thing that'll happen is, if you try and reforge it, you'll end up with the Rusty Sword again. Also, something notable, I'm actually not sure what using Mana Magic at that point will do. Using Mana Magic on the Mana Sword. Anyone out there actually know that? I'm kind of curious. I don't know if that loops it around to being the Rusty Sword again, or if you just have a Super Mana Sword. I really don't know. Because, I mean, the fact that it gives the sword its own unique look, that it makes it that bright green sword, it makes me wonder... Because I don't think it actually counts it as the level 9 sword in your inventory at that point when you use that spell. So I have to wonder if it's just giving you a severe attack boost or what. Either way, it's a fun thing to have, certainly, and completes your collection of level 9 weapons. Sadly, one thing it does not do is it cannot change the ending, to where you have the Mana Sword against the Mana Beast the whole time, and thus can keep the sprite from having to use mana magic. Yeah, his fate's still, alas, pretty much sealed. But yeah, there you go. Convoluted trick to get the ultimate weapon. I wonder if they really intended for you to be able to do that, or if that was just a glitch that was discovered. And if it was a glitch that was discovered, who did it? Who actually managed to puzzle that one out? It always amazes me when something like that turns up, but anyway, there you go. Having trouble with a lot of enemies? Early game monsters comboing you mercilessly? Having to revive the sprite yet again? Hi, Roam Sullivan here for the Amazing Barrel. Just one application of the Amazing Barrel, and you won't have to worry about enemies ever again, at least until you decide to attack. Have friends traveling with you? Buy more barrels. Just remember you can only carry 4 at a time, so you can only barrel your full team once per trip. Barrel your friends. Who needs speed? Just take your time slowly getting where you need to go. Barrel your enemies. Oh wait, you can't, but that would be fun.
Who turned out the lights?
The Amazing Barrel. It kinda sucks except for the early game, and with a price of just 900 GP a barrel, who can afford it?
The Amazing Barrel is available exclusively at Necco's and can be yours for 900 GP. Limit 4 per customer. Hurry while supplies last, and don't buy yours today. You'll be glad you didn't.